All right, today is the day 3 of the Invictus Day, or the second event of Invictus Day, which is the UEE's recruitment drive. It's also a free fly, so it's 19th through the 20th. So it's the Misk, Mirai, Crusader, and Tumbril. So let's go see what they got. And as I've stated before, these ships can be picked up here at the event. So if you're just doing a free fly, this is a good way to figure out kind of which ships you like, which ships are gonna work for your playstyle. And you do not have to go out and pay real money, $400 or whatever for these big things, or $250 for this guy. You don't have to spend that kind of money. Just get a starter ship, build up money in the game, and purchase it in game. Anywho, let's see. Yeah, here's the terminal. So this is an Ares Inferno Heavy Fighter. They keep rebalancing these guys because they're either too good or too bad. They're basically the A-10 Warthog in space. So a gun with a ship built around of it. So that's a size 7 gun. So it is just a massive gun, even for a heavy fighter. And that one is ballistic. This one over here is the Ion. So that's going to be an energy weapon. And if you fly anything else here, these are what you should try out. Because for any of the fighting missions or anything, they're just ideal. They're not perfect, but they're really good. Okay, the next are the Hercules. There's 3 variants: a cargo, a bomber, and freight. Or exploration, I believe it is. So, which one are you? So this is freight and combat. So these things are built to carry large and whatnot, bring all the heavy equipment in. They're set up so that they can fight, but they are more of a heavy carrier. The one has more crew room because you can haul Marines on it. The one has a little better armor and bomb turrets, so it loses cargo space. But let's just jump in here real quick. Huge loading ramp, huge cargo bay, and just a massive, massive ship. So this would be a great ship for you and a couple friends to fly. It's fairly well armed and armored. It's not going to be an easy, knock it out with a single fighter zipping by once. It's going to be a fight to take it down. But, its specific job is, hauling that heavy equipment like the tank or any of your ground vehicles. It's just massive. Okay, we're still having some server bumps here. Okay, and of course the F8 Lightning, or FC Lightning, 8C. Fun little ship there. What is on the side? Alright, these are Mirai and Misk. Ooh, they got the Doom Turtle. Awesome. The Starfarer was the original big ship in the game. It was nicknamed the Doom Turtle because all the little fighters that was in the game had a heck of a time taking it down. Okay, this is Mirai Fury. So this is the basically TIE fighter that has the missiles. It does not have a faster than light jump capabilities. It's just parasite fighter that you'd kick out of the back of something like that and go fight with. Here we go. All right. And this guy with his guns is awesome little fighter. And don't sell them short because they don't have they don't really have a whole lot of heavy armor. They don't have a lot of, amenities. They're just a cockpit and weapons and some engines. But they're like a TIE fighter. You kick them out of the ship, they just go blast the heck out of everything. And what they can't, blow up, they dodge. Because they're very nimble. Oh, here's the Reliant, which is a okay ship. After its rebalance, it's a little better for fighting. It's still not my preferred, just because of the way the guns are set up on it. So you have guns way over there and guns way over here. And it's helped that everything's gone gimbaled now with this rebalance, but it's still, ideally, you would just have them around the cockpit and be able to center all your fire on whatever you're shooting at. Okay. Oh, this is a new Mirai Pulse. And it's not Mirai, it's Mirai. So these are the little compact racing bikes with the little turrety gun on the front. Of course, the Razor, awesome little racing vehicle, and interdictor. And the MISC Freelancer. This is the military, so it's got, heavier guns, more missiles, and a little heavier armor. But this is in the same basic class as the Drake Cutlass. I prefer the Cutlass over this one, even the military variant, just because the Drake's weapon is, if you look at its main guns, which are these pivot turrets on the side here, is they're way back there. So if you're on this side of the ship, you can only get hit by this set of guns. If you're on this side of the ship, you can only get hit by this set of guns. And it's kind of slow and wallowy to turn, so it's a lot of dodging around things because of the way it's set up with those turns. If they were moved forward on the cockpit, it'd be better. And it does have a tail gunner, so if you got co-pilots and people playing with you, it's a fairly decent fighter. It's also fairly well armored, so it has a lot of, base health beyond its shield. Now the Starfarer. Oh, this thing's massive. It's basically originally set up to be a gas harvester for fueling other ships. But in this one, because it's the military variant, they took the scoop out, put a rocket pod in there. It's got these huge guns. Same problem as the MISC, or the Freelancer. If you get on one side or the other of the ship, that it's easy to hide from them. But this thing has that massive turret up there, which gives it a lot of coverage. So it's just devastating if you have a full crew and they can get a bead on you. But in the back here, the gas pods for fuel. It has a huge cargo bay. You could probably put about, the Razor and all the other smaller ships in the back of that and still have a bit of room for cargo. So it's awesome that way. It's an interesting ship. and it's one of the oldest large ships in the game. I remember when I started, it was nicknamed the Doom Turtle because if you had a lighter ship, there's just no way to, it'd just fly along. Come on. Man, the servers are really laggy in here. Love these little extra rooms in the expo hall. Okay, so everything is should be down here. So today the rooms are in the front. Yesterday, or the last run, was in the back. So Friday. And I like how they change up the expo hall as they're doing different display days. So it's like in real opening up one area while they're breaking down the other in the back, so they just close it off so you can't get into it. It's kind of like what they're doing. All right, what do we got here? Oh, Crusader. So these, yeah, the spirits. So these are competing with the Cutlass and the Freelancer for basically that category of ship. One's bombing variant, one's the cargo variant, I think, or yeah, that was the bomber. So this guy's got to be transporter. Yep. So this one's hauling your Marines, that one's bombing. So okay, one of the very favorite ships in the game is the Mercury Star Runner. I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. But what's cool about it is it has the cool little secret cargo spaces and all that in it. Let's see, yeah, like right here. If you open the little panel, you can close the secret door. So you very Millennium Falcon-esque, the little secret, you know, stash your contraband areas, but it's a data runner, it's a explorer, it's a, you know, little bit of everything ship. It's got a decent sized cabin area, it's got a decent weapon complement on it, decent armor. It's fairly nimble for its size, so it's a good all-around ship, and I think that's why everybody likes it. Let's take a look at this thing real quick if it's open. Yeah. So this is the transport variant, so it's got room for, you know, whatever vehicle you want to park in there. A little crew room, pilot, co-pilot area, a bathroom, kitchen area, so it would be able to do the long hauls. And a tractor beam on the back, so it'll be able to move cargo into that back area as well. Plus a decent weapon complement. Its profile is fairly decent for fighting because it's kind of low and lean, where the Cutlass is more blocky. But I think the Cutlass has it beat for firepower, and it looks better than Cutlass, but I still think I like the Cutlass a little better. Mostly because I'm very familiar with the Cutlass. I have been flying it for several years, even before the remodel. Okay, that is everything upstairs. go trucking down here. Let's see what we got down here. All right. Oh, sweet the Tonk. The Tumbrel Nova. Oh, this is the heavy tank. Everybody loves it. It's a 3-man crew, I believe. It has a, come on, server. Crew area. You know, have a couple rifles for the pilot, co-pilot, and gunner. And oh, tracks off one side. Awesome. It's a good hard-hitting vehicle, but it also can take quite a hit without going down. So very interesting vehicle. Tumble Cyclone. So this is a land system. Okay, so it's got the missiles and the gun turret. So you have somebody drive, somebody can co-pilot. Then there's a guy in the for ground-based systems. Cyclone. Oh, this is the anti-aircraft. So it has the anti-aircraft missile bay up there. So I believe that is run from the co-pilot position in the cockpit there. Huh, this is a new one. He gets a Gatling gun. That is interesting. I haven't seen that one before. But the Tumbrels are, all the Tumbrel vehicles are pretty good. The Cyclones in particular are fun to do the races in. This is just the transport. So you get driver, co-driver, and a cargo area. So that's probably what most people will be driving around, is that base model. Then people that are arming themselves, doing other things, defending their outposts or whatever, will have the up armored set. And here is the Storm. And these are kind of cool. The light tanks, they're more aggressive than the Tonk for, you know, going out and chasing down things, but they're not as well armored. They're more maneuverable, faster, and that gun can do quite a hit. I haven't tried anything with the anti-air missiles, but I have played her. You can do it, you can do it. But it's a very light, fast tank, very good for fast engagements, pulling ahead of all the heavier armor that's backing you up. Okay, let's see what we got around here. Oh, I've been so waiting for this one. The Ranger. A hover bike. It will be an actual motorbike style bike. I love the tire designs of what we can see so far. The fact that it'll have the two guns on the front, very Batman-esque kind of styling. It should be a very fun vehicle to play with, especially in some of the more interesting races that happen within Star Citizen. So that could be a fun vehicle. All right, I believe that is everything for today. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll talk to you later.